Okay, we are live
Hey guys!
from Vulcan.
Look at this. If you're not from Birmingham, Alabama, we want to welcome you to the great American landmark.
That's right.
Vulcan, the god of iron. A lot of people think that's Thor.
It is.
Thor was the god of thunder, right?
Thunder.
Yeah. But Vulcan is the god of iron. The Roman god of iron. Yeah, it's not Greek.
I don't know. The only Vulcan I know is from Star Trek.
Well, true. And live long and prosper to everyone who's joining us, especially Dennis Latham, who is a big Trekkie. So that's for you, Dennis. But right now, we're broadcasting live from Vulcan. You guys didn't lie. You really showed out this week. We had I didn't know what this thing was. You know, we call it Cigars and More Live Behind the Curtain.
Yeah.
And there's a magic green curtain. And they said it was magic. They said it'll take you anywhere you want to go. And I really, we have listeners, watchers, by the way, from across the world.
Really?
Yes, there are people in other continents watching us now.
Holy mackerel.
So if you're watching, perhaps from, say, the continent of Africa, because I know someone is.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Then we came here live on location to show you Birmingham's greatest landmark.
Right there.
This beautiful treasure that we have, and we can look straight up his skirt from where we are. See, as you can see, Devin's tried it several times. Devin, he's not wearing any underwear. Calm down, bro.
Calm yourself, my friend.
So if you're not from, we are getting moved. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
You could say he's showing his ass, perhaps.
So, on a complete side note, tell us what you think of the broadcast. Tell us what you think of the quality, what it looks like. We're tuning. We're getting better. We're wearing bright red shirts that definitely show up through a green screen.
So next week, perhaps not wear bright red.
No, we should both wear green.
And just disappear.
Be just floating spectral heads.
I'm absolutely doing it.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm going to be appearing in a short film in New Orleans soon, and part of my outfit, this is not a joke, my friend Todd Campbell, great cigar smoker, I'm going to be wearing one of those green bodysuits, like the form-fitting bodysuits.
Gotcha.
And so I may try to bring that back with me when I come back. I'm playing a giant humanoid flower who attacks a guy who picks a flower out of a... Yeah, it's going to be tremendous. Just wait till you see it.
I just am surprised they've actually made a camera that can capture your likeness on screen without breaking.
So today, we are going to be reviewing...
Completely ignored.
No, today I wanted to, we're having a little fun, of course, with the magic green carpet and curtain, not carpet. God, this is not.
No, your version's funnier.
Okay, magic green carpet, whatever. Which transported us magically just right up under Vulcan's bare ass today. Truly a national treasure, and certainly something that is most recognizable on the skyline of Birmingham. But we're having a little fun. We'll change it up from week to week. We'll be on location, different places, have different backgrounds. We're just testing it out right now. But today we do want to review a wonderful cigar I have bought for the two gentlemen here because they do all the work. So the least I can do is get them a cigar. And we don't have, I think we've got, amongst all of our locations, I believe I saw probably 12 boxes left. We bought a lot. We've been selling it like crazy. This is the Davidoff Special 53. And this was a limited cigar.
Yeah.
That harkened back to a cigar that they had in 2002. And it was it's all Dominican. It's a beautiful cigar. And the way I don't know if I mentioned this on a broadcast earlier, previous weeks, but this to me is everything that made me fall in love with the Davidoff brand years ago. And it's a great reminder, and it's gotten tremendous reviews. And wanted to review it as we're smoking it because this already immediately, last year we did a top 25 cigars amongst our company and all of our employees, and we had a composite rating. And last year, my favorite cigar and several other people's favorite cigar was the Winston Churchill Late Hour, and that was the consensus #1 cigar amongst our employees. It got the most votes by an overwhelming majority. But I wanted to review the cigar and officially put this in for anyone who even cares. He is the god of fire and forge. Thank you, Dennis. I knew Dennis would know this. Thank you. Dennis Latham is a wealth of knowledge. He really is.
Weren't you?
Huh?
Was he here?
Dennis Latham?
Yeah.
No.
Who were you talking to? I thought you were talking to him.
No, that was my friend Stephen.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
For some reason, I thought you said
not Dennis. Dennis usually goes to our Patton Creek location, but
doesn't want to come by here.
it's kind of insulting, I know. Yeah. But maybe we'll just take the broadcast magically to Patton Creek next week.
We should. We should, because there is a way to set this up to where the background could feed in the footage from.
That would be. Oh wow, this could be crazy.
This could be.
Oh, we're gonna get real creative with this.
Oh yeah.
But Devin, this is my official submission for thus far my favorite cigar of the year 2020, which has been a stupid year. Really stupid year. I hate this year, almost everything about it, but I love this cigar.
You know what's been great about this year, though?
What's that?
Behind the curtain, baby.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a great respite from all the things that have been happening around us. Oh.
Slow and steady wins the race, and we're moving on up.
Yes, Dennis, we know that. That was the point of capturing this view out of the many pictures that I saw.
He chose the photo. He chose it.
There it is, right there. Boop. Right there, Dennis.
You would.
Uh-huh. It even matches. Look, it's like sunset at Vulcan, and it's 7:40 p.m. This is about the time, and it's perfect. This was all. This is all strategy. This is all on purpose. Rushing to do this.
You know what?
Right before we started. What?
I'm really enjoying this time. What about you, John?
I believe
it's nice. I feel like it's more mellow. The time is just right, like 7:30. Perfect.
Oh yeah, it is later than we normally
broadcast. I know. Like I don't feel as rushed.
Yeah.
I feel like I can just come in, get that things going, and you guys will get a better show for it.
True.
You are in front of a curtain. You are absolutely right, Dennis.
Dennis, it depends. No, that if you were on the other side of the curtain, we would be behind the curtain. So it's all a matter of perspective.
Like there's no up in space?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, Dennis, only a Sith deals in absolutes like you do, sir.
That's why Yoda's a Sith.
Oh, wow.
Because he deals in absolutes.
Absolutes he deals in.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
So, hey, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and smash that like button for us.
Smash it.
Smash it good. We really appreciate it. You can catch our other shows previously in other non-Magic Carpet versions, and you get to see interesting stuff like that. But we do appreciate it. We're on almost every...
let's put that dadgum turd on my head.
I know, I did. Would I be correct in assuming that we are on every major social media platform in general?
We're on basically every major social media platform. We're on YouTube, so if you can see us right now on, hey, GTO Cigars.
GTO!
Lots of guys have gone on and off of Instagram. Hopefully that when you leave Instagram, you see that we are broadcasting through YouTube Live and Facebook Live on our Cigars and More 280 page on Facebook and on YouTube Live, the BirminghamCigars.com channel. Look us up. There's a link in the bio on our Instagram page that will take you to the links to both of those platforms.
Right.
So, and then of course we leave it open on Instagram here just so hopefully we can see some questions. You see the green screen. You don't get to see that big iron derriere if you're on Instagram.
You are just hitting great wordage today, man. You get like 20 points so far.
You know what it is?
Harken?
It's the time change. Did I say harken?
You did say harken.
Wow.
I was impressed. I thought I was the only one who ever used that.
I was trying to say Alan Arkin, and I was referencing the actor, and I guess I misspoke. I didn't mean to say harken.
Either way.
I'm joking. I did.
Okay. Give the guy credit, and what does he do?
I just crap all over it. And you know what that is? You know what that is? That's BS.
That's BS.
I deserve that turd on my head this time.
Yeah.
I apologize. So, seriously, what are you getting out of the first... Yes, you got to stop with jokes. It's cracking me up. What are you getting out of the first part of this cigar? Is this the first time you smoked this, by the way?
This is the first time I've smoked this. I don't smoke many Davidoffs. I'll be honest with you. I really don't. So, because I always see something that says limited edition, and I'm always wary of things that say they're limited edition.
Sure.
But I got to say, this has got like all the hints from a bunch of other cigars I've smoked to be very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not natural. It's more like stay classy cigar.
It's a stay classy cigar.
It's a stay classy San Diego cigar.
So this is something Ron Burgundy would definitely smoke in his lounge with many leather-bound books and rich mahogany shelves.
It would definitely escalate quickly.
Oh, wow. Well, I think it just did escalate quickly. No, this is a beautiful cigar. To me, it is very vintage Davidoff. For some of you who are listening that have loved Davidoff through the years, this is not new age Davidoff. This is vintage Davidoff, and they have the same blend, like I said, as the and the same size. It's a 53 ring gauge, which is a very strange ring gauge for something. But I love the Perfecto cigars. I love how you light the very end of it, and just to watch. I mean, this is beautiful. A lot of cigars that have just the tip right there on the other end of their Perfecto.
Yeah.
They'll start burning crooked and such. And no, this one has just, it's been beautiful. It's been perfect. It just continues to correct itself. And now it's getting into the meat of it. And so you can see a real change in flavor profile through a Perfecto shaped cigar like this.
You know, and I'm a big fan of that because something about me is I like efficiency. I like things that are efficient. Mm-hmm. And Perfecto, you just small light, let it go. Don't have to think about it. Just let it go.
You referenced Perfecto earlier before we began broadcasting, not knowing we were smoking.
That's
Perfectos.
true. That's true.
You said that's Perfecto, and
You
I
were
said it
transmitting
absolutely is.
Yeah.
That is what we're smoking today.
I know. I was in awe of the tie-in connection you have there.
Everything's falling into place. You were ready for this today. I mean, it was just meant to be.
Yeah.
And it's the time change, of course. 7:30 is going to be our new time. We wanted to give people a chance. This was actually you guys' suggestion, and it makes sense. I can't take any credit for it. It makes perfect sense. They wanted to give you more time to get home, have dinner, get relaxed, have your evening cigar. 5:30 was right in the middle of rush hour. People were going back to work, and it started getting a little bit more hectic. And so I think at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time is a better option. So thank you guys for suggesting this. And we get to have beautiful sunsets right under the Iron Dome.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, thank you, because you helped make this happen. You had the idea, and you wanted to make it go. We appreciate that.
This was not my idea, was it?
Yeah. You came up to me, and you went, I'd like to do a show. I'd like to do a live cast.
And then I immediately followed with, and I have no idea how to do that.
Yeah.
So I need two guys who can do it all for me.
Boom.
And then I sit and talk once a week.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, guys. It's been fun. So if you got any questions about this cigar, by the way, join us. We still do have some. This was a limited cigar. But if you truly, and I'm not overstating this, I promise. I don't get really excited about new cigars that often. If some of you that know me will attest to that. I've been in the cigar industry for a long time. I worked for a few companies, and I've been behind the curtain, if you will. And a lot of it's smoke and mirrors sometimes, of course, but it's marketing, you know.
Smoke and mirrors.
It is smoke and mirrors. I'm going to put some mirrors up in this room, and then we could change the name to Smoke and Mirrors.
Behind the smoke and mirrors.
But this is truly, I'm not overstating it when I say this is an absolute treat. If you want to smoke a cigar that will be one of the best cigars you've smoked all year, perhaps in a couple of years, you need to come try the cigar before they're gone.
I highly recommend it. As somebody who hasn't really had these before, I would definitely see myself buying this more often as my go-to cigar.
It's got a sweet, it's like a sweet toasted wood right now on the palate, but it's a little bit of not toasted wood, like charred oak. Yeah. I'm also sipping a little bit of whiskey with it, Buffalo Trace, but this is special. So, like I said, we've got collectively, I think 12, 13 boxes amongst our stores. You can visit Vitola Fine Cigars in Mountain Brook, Vitola Fine Cigars in downtown Tuscaloosa. here at Cigars and More on Highway 280. And I also believe that our Patton Creek location has one box remaining. Trustful does not. So if you want to try this, we do have some boxes available. You can purchase a box or 10-count boxes. We're not giving box discounts on these, but we are allowing a box purchase of it, though. We're not limiting it to just one per person.
Yeah.
But this is kind of one of those things. If I were you and you smoked it, yes, it's not a cheap cigar. It's $30, but $33 in fact. But if you really truly want to smoke, have a special. I mean, this is kind of why this is going to be a very laid back broadcast, because I just want to enjoy this.
Yeah, you're getting chiller as we go, man.
It's the cigar. And you know something I've paid attention to. If you guys weren't watching the broadcast with Oscar Rodriguez, I don't know how many times you guys have paid attention to this, but you know when Oscar told the guy, he said if you go back to take another draw off your cigar and it isn't dry yet,
yeah.
like if it's still wet from being in your mouth before, you're smoking it too fast.
Yeah,
I can't get that out of my head.
I haven't either. I pay attention to that all the time.
Every time I go up to Bram, I'm like, Rod said that was probably a little bit too soon. But
I told some customers in Trustville about that.
It does make sense. It forces you to stop and take time and appreciate it. And I explained that to a young man who came into our Hoover Patton Creek location just yesterday for his first cigar.
Yeah.
Nice young man. I could tell he was really enthusiastic about wanting to try it. And I discussed to him the importance of time in relation to cigars.
Right.
As far as how they're produced, how long it took to get in his hand, and taking his time and lighting it and preparing it and enjoying it and selecting the size predicated on the amount of time that he had. So,
right.
And it really resonated with him. I could tell he was getting excited about the experience he was going to have that evening. And that to me is what it's about.
I agree.
This is not a thing of habit. This is not something we do because we have to get a nicotine fix.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be wearing a patch or we'd be having snooze pouches in our mouth right now as we smoke cigars. And there's nothing wrong with that. We sell snooze at the stores as well. We'd love for you to come get yours from us. But this is just nothing about total relaxation and enjoyment and an appreciation for friends, family, and finer things in life in moments like this, standing underneath Vulcan's rear. So
you the price you pay for it, you taste it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there's some people out there who's they've paid a high price for a cigar and they didn't taste what they thought they were going to taste.
We're both one of them, I'm sure. I mean,
This one, you absolutely do. And I'm surprised because this is the first time I smoked it. And you didn't tell me how much it cost when you first handed it to me.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to. A lot of people think that this is strange to say, but it's a great value at $33.
It is for the quality.
You can. I don't have to push this cigar to you because they're limited. I'm not trying to convince you to come flooding into our stores to buy these. As far as I'm concerned, I'd like to buy all the rest of them myself, one by one at a time. But I really do want to encourage you. We will ship these as well. Do we have that link? Do we have a link for that? If we don't, or the phone number?
I've got the phone number.
If you do want to call, you don't have to do that. Just the phone number, because please call this number if you would like to purchase these. We'll ship orders over $50. We do offer free shipping still. So if you'd like to try these wherever you are. It's a very limited product, and of course only Davidoff white label retailers were able to get it, and that makes it even more limited. So if you cannot find these in your area, or if you live in a state with a tax situation where this is suddenly a $75 cigar or something ridiculous, because there are areas in the United States like that, and we recognize that, you will not pay tax if we ship it to you out of state, and you will also get it. Alabama has got a very fair a great situation with our tobacco tax. That's why we do ship a lot of cigars nationwide. People call us. We have great price structure. We have tremendous stock. And if you want to see what else we have, if perhaps you want to try one or two of these and see what else we do have available, visit us at www.BirminghamCigars.com. And you will see the selection we have here at the 280 location that we use as our warehouse location to service online orders and our other stores. So this is now transitioning into, and I let it go a little too long with.
Yeah. And remember, hit that subscribe button for us. We'd appreciate that. Share it around. You want to get a good video about Davidoff cigars, the last broadcast, this broadcast. Share it around.
I promise we'll focus on other brands. I mean, we really had a whole month devoted to one brand prior to this, but no, this is such a special cigar, and as we sit here at Vulcan Park,
Yeah. It's not very windy out
it's
right now.
not windy and it's not terribly hot.
No, it's perfect.
It's almost as if it's like 72 degrees out here.
The lamps are on outside.
They are.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the light
No
is.
mosquitoes.
No
No
mosquitoes
mosquitoes
at all. None.
This is we're really enjoying this wonderful cigar in perfect weather.
Right.
So thank God for that. Like what a beautiful day. But if you've got any questions about this cigar or any others that we carry, please let us know. If you got any funny comments like Dennis Latham, he has kept us laughing the entire time. I'm getting. Let me see. How far are you into that? Let's see if we're about the same.
I'm a relatively quick smoker.
A touch faster. So as
He's keeping the tip a little bit more moist.
yeah.
I am. I think you're right.
What a
I'm sorry, Oscar.
What a
I'm sorry.
disgusting word. How many of you, please comment if you hate the word moist.
Moist.
I won't say it again. It doesn't bother me like it
Doesn't
bothers
bother
some
me.
people.
Bothers my father like crazy.
I will.
You.
I'll say it again.
So, our producer says he's you're welcome, my friend. Of course, had to check.
And let us know what you're smoking tonight.
Please let us know what you're
Yeah,
smoking.
smoking and what you got along going with it.
Yeah, this is really getting into the meat of the cigar now.
Yeah.
There's a mineral like flavor. How do I put that? It's not like you're just put a mouthful of rocks in your mouth and you're tasting the minerals. But that's why I always laugh at people when they say mineral. But it's when you like minerals, not mineral spirits either, of course, but like true like mineral, like real spring water, like real spring water, natural spring water, and you do get the essence of some of the natural minerals that are inside that water. It's kind of a flavor that's opening up to me right now.
I'm gonna try to push this a little bit through my nose, see if I can get a different flavor.
Do that, yeah. Retro hell. It's one thing a lot of people don't do because it burns like hell at first. When if you've never retro held, maybe not retro hell, is bubblegum dust. I don't quite get that note yet, Dennis, but maybe I will. That'd be
What was
very
that
interesting.
cigar that we did?
So retro hailing is exhaling the smoke out through your nostrils. We're not inhaling at all. Instead of blowing it back out through your mouth, letting some of the smoke come out through your nostrils. Think of it this way. If you've never done that, I want to challenge you when you're eating dinner. If you're perhaps eating dinner right now, try this. Try eating your dinner holding your nose and tell me what you taste then. And the answer is going to be a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
You'll be able to detect whether or not it's perhaps salty or sweet and things of that nature. But as far as opening up the flavor, there's a reason when you retrohale, it opens up a new world of flavors in cigars. And a lot of times people, when they say goofy things like it tastes like leather, like they've been chewing on a leather belt or something. I mean, it's
Pitted
not
prunes.
Pitted prunes. Thank you, you jerk face. Some of you are aware of that joke. That was directed towards me. People are just simply telling you what that reminds them of. Okay, I'm not literally saying that this cigar tastes like I'm chewing on a piece of charred oak and drinking water from a natural spring.
Right.
It's what it reminds me of. These are flavors that I'm being reminded of as I smoke through this cigar.
Can I tell you something it reminds me of? For anybody else who does carpentry out there, when you take the blade a little bit too fast in the wood and it burns, you see the burn marks on it? Mm-hmm. You can smell that. Yes. And I've got a nostalgic feel for that smell because I used to do it all the time, be horrible.
Yeah.
But I love that smell sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's what this reminds me of.
That's very interesting because I know the smell you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's a very interesting description.
Yeah.
Huh, I like it. If you've smoked this cigar, please let us know in the comments what you've thought about it. Like I said, again, I shared this cigar with a few weeks back. when we first got them with a couple of dear friends on a Saturday night, and we were blown away by it. And the two guys I shared it with, my buddy Jonathan and Carl, the big Davidoff lovers. They love Davidoff. They're not easily impressed by anything.
Right.
And in fact, the three of us all share our favorite cigar that we've ever smoked in our life. We all agree on, and that was a Cuban Davidoff. You know, Davidoff had Cuban cigars for a few years.
Wow.
And I believe they stopped producing them in 1990 or 91.
At least that's.
And it was only for a few years they did it. And the one I had was from 1990, and I smoked it earlier this year.
Wow.
And so 2020 hasn't completely sucked, because I had the best cigar I've ever had in my life.
Cheers to that.
I've also had the best cigar that I think is the number one cigar of 2020 thus far, right now. So there can be great moments, even in the toughest of times.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us just for a conversational episode. We're just discussing one of the finest cigars we smoked this year. We'd love for you to call that number. And if you haven't tried it, especially if you're out of town, we still have some. Take advantage of that, please. If you would, take advantage of us. Take advantage of us. And
open offer.
Yeah, absolutely, please. We take advantage of us like Devin was earlier taking advantage of Vulcan.
Yeah.
Right there. Anyway, don't take any upskirt pictures of him while we're here. That would be incredibly rude and inappropriate.
It would be.
So yes, we're playing with the green screen, smoking fine cigars. Send us suggestions of other locales you'd like for us to visit. In fact, if Dennis Latham would send us a picture of his living room, perhaps we can join him.
That would be
and
amazing.
Smoke with him one day. Dennis is a great lobbyist in Montgomery who has lots of friends, absolutely no enemies in Montgomery whatsoever.
You know what he could do?
Why? What could he do?
He could do a video, like he could video himself just hanging around his den for like 20 minutes.
Yes.
And we could put it in the background and loop it like he's here the whole time.
We should do that.
He get him in a chair, he could sit in the center, but he's just like...
I'm going to stop broadcasting on Instagram for a moment.
And do head over to Facebook.
Oh, Steve. Is this Steve? Los Caitos Cigars? Is this Steve? If it's Steve, it was wonderful meeting you in New Orleans. I don't know if you remember last year. We were about to stop broadcasting on Instagram. Jump on over, if you will, and join us. See the link in our bio here, and it'll take you to the other two platforms that we broadcast on. I'm going to shut this one off. We only had about 30 minutes of battery time to do it from here. Go ahead, and if you guys are on Instagram, go to the link in our bio. Join us on the other two platforms as we finish out the broadcast. Thanks. So, yes. So, please remember, these are the two best spots to view us in. We do Instagram just out of convenience. I
was thinking these chairs. These are the two best spots to view us in.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
You're saying you would like for someone to be on you in that chair? Because you're currently occupying the chair. If someone was going to view you in that chair, if they would have to occupy the same space, that's kind of impossible.
To view me in the chair.
Oh, they want to see you in the chair. I do need to turn this off.
You do, yeah.
Like,
That's very
apologize.
unprofessional.
Usually I turn...
highly unprofessional.
I turn it on Do Not Disturb, generally, but it is now muted. I apologize for that.
Some people's kids.
I'm telling you. Can't do anything with me.
Thank you for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. We are currently smoking Davidoff Perfecto cigars, graciously purchased by Mr. Jason.
It was my pleasure, as they say at Chick-fil-A.
That is.
It's
a good
my
saying.
Pleasure.
It's a good
It
saying.
is a good saying, and I had Chick-fil-A on my way here. I do want to remind you all that the peach milkshake is back.
They are not one of our sponsors, but we would love for them to be.
Can't lie, I did get a small. Normally milkshake's not my thing when it's so hot. I don't like dairy when it's hot. Again, another Anchorman reference. Milk was a bad choice.
Milk was a bad choice.
But today was a good choice. I got the small, and I did enjoy my peach milkshake before I started eating my food because it was melting. It was terribly hot outside. But so, yeah, just to remind you, they have the peach milkshake back at Chick-fil-A. And I like to play the game with them all the time to try to keep saying thank you over and over to try to see if I can catch them without saying my pleasure.
How do you do that?
They don't fail. It's like every time you say thank you, they say my pleasure. I could say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and they'd say my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Cheese and crackers.
It's crazy. They must have the most efficient training, the most effective training of any restaurant in the United States.
Or they just hide the whips really well.
They must. They keep smiles on their faces, though. It's a great. It's always you want to talk about efficiency? You were earlier.
Yeah,
that's efficient.
Well, I know because I mean I can count not even on my one hand how many times I actually had to wait.
I'm telling you, brother. Listen, if I see 20 cars in a drive-through anywhere else, you can forget the fact that I'm ever going by there.
Yeah, you go there.
Whataburger, if there are 3 cars in Whataburger's drive-through, Whataburger's fine. It's good food.
Yeah.
It's convenient because it's open 24 hours.
Right.
But if there are 3 cars in the drive-through, I don't stop.
Yeah.
If you're
going to be there 20 minutes.
Absolutely. If there are 25 cars in Chick-fil-A's drive-through, you'll be there in 3 minutes. Tops.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They process that stuff quick.
Yes, it's ridiculous. So
spicy deluxe.
I want another chicken sandwich now. The problem is they close in 56 minutes, and I'm not ready to get out of this chair yet.
I know,
but
right?
we do thank you for joining us with the Experience This Cigar, testing out our new green screen. This is just a laid-back, fun broadcast this week. We would love for you to enjoy the cigar with us, and by next week, try it, and then give us your feedback, please. We're going to give you some homework this week. Come to one of our locations or give us a call at that number, 205-991-3270, and we'll ship these out to you wherever you're at. I understand they're probably not available everywhere. It's a very limited cigar and only available to Davidoff wine label retailers. We'll happily ship them to you. All orders over $50 are shipped for free via priority mail. We'll get it to you fast, so you can enjoy it before next week's broadcast, because we'd love to hear your feedback. So even if you're not joining us live, we have been having a lot of people I've seen go back and watch our broadcasts when they weren't able to join us live and have been following it. So if you see this later in the week, going to give you some homework, grab one of these cigars from our store and give us a shot, and I'd love to hear and see if you agree with the fact that this is one of the best new cigars of 2020. How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good about this. It's not too heavy. It's not light. It's everything I want in a cigar.
Yeah, it's certainly not the mildest thing Davidoff.
It's definitely not mild. I can tell you that.
It's a solid medium, exceptionally smooth.
Jason,
sir,
do they make a Maduro version of this?
They do not.
Oh.
I know you love Maduro.
I love Maduro, but I was
do.
just contemplating what a Maduro version of this would taste like.
Well, I will say, and it's nothing like this cigar. I don't want to say that the two cigars are equal in any way, but there's the same manufacturer. If you have not tried the Avo Classic Maduro, they brought their Classic Maduro back. Have you tried that yet?
I've not, no.
We have them in stock. We have them in all locations, in fact. But the Classic Maduro is a cigar that I will recommend to someone who likes mild cigars, but they're tired of a boring Connecticut mild cigar.
Right.
And I'll hand them the Avo Classic Maduro. It's a terribly mild Maduro, but terribly flavorful. And it's
getting it tonight.
Really right up your alley. So I would suggest that one. There's your homework. You know what? I haven't smoked one since it came in.
Yeah.
I've smoked the old Avo Maduro, which is the same blend. They're just calling it the Classic Maduro now, but I certainly should revisit that and let that be my first cigar of the day, perhaps tomorrow or the next day. So.
Well, I need to do that. You know why? Because I need to get a birthday cigar.
Wait. Is today?
No, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Oh, my. I have been caught with my pants down.
Yep.
Devin's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Well, that's not even. You know what? I love how you waited until I got you a $33 cigar. And you're like, oh, and by the way, tomorrow's my birthday. Because honestly, I can't say, well, there's your birthday present, so.
It's been so busy, I honestly forgot it was.
I've got something nice for you. See, this is, what better way to celebrate a birthday than under the sunset, under the Vulcan sun. You know, they had what was the movie? The movie
probably under the Vulcan moon now.
Oh, bing bong bong. Nice joke there, buddy. Well played. Well played. You're getting wittier in your older age.
Well, back in my day, we didn't have wits, so I had to develop it on our own.
So, under the Vulcan sun / moon, as you can see, happy birthday to my co-host and friend, Devin Brackett.
Cheers.
And I will have a drink to that. I'm enjoying mine quite slowly.
I am too. Not slowly, but I'm enjoying mine.
Anyway, if you're watching, let us know. Give us a thumbs up or something right now. It says we've got viewers right now. I'd like to know who is on.
Yeah. Talk to us. Tell us what you're smoking, how you're doing tonight. We want to hear from you.
It should be an interactive show. This is the first time we have magically transported to an off-site location to broadcast from.
And you know what? Even if you watch this after the fact, please leave a comment. Let us know what you were smoking at this time. I know I don't like drinking it out of plastic cups either.
Oh, shut up,
But
please. I'm not going to...
It's okay.
I thought
get
about
it.
breaking out the crystal glasses, and I was like, no.
I'm the same way, Mr. Latham, the same way.
Don't satisfy his no.
I'm a Scotch drinker myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scotch.
Scotchity Scotch.
Here it goes down in my belly.
Ooh, you got that voice down pretty well.
I've had a lot of practice.
I bet. I do.
I play Ron Burgundy during Christmas plays for children.
I do Scottish accents
That doesn't
mostly.
make sense. I don't play for Christmas, no. Scottish accents,
Yeah.
do you? Tell us how old you are in your Scottish accent, please, if you will.
Well, tomorrow morning when it comes up, I'm going to turn 35 years old.
Ah, well done.
Yeah, and at 35, it's a milestone for me because most people in my family, I live 65 to 85 years old. But 35 is a good number because it's not 40 and it's not 30. You're right down the center.
How about that? How about that, guys? This guy could star in an epic war film about people with brave hearts who fight for freedom.
They'll never take our lives. They'll never take our... I don't remember what it is. They'll take our lives.
They might take our freedom, but they'll never take our lives. Is that what you were going to say? I'm pretty sure that's backwards.
They'll never take our chicken biscuits because we live in the south.
That's a fact.
And it is my pleasure.
Today is truly a show about nothing, but it's fun. We're focusing on the great cigar
Hey.
we're smoking, and he's not wrong.
That's right. Hey, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We are smoking the Perfecto Davidoff and
Special 53.
Special 53. It is an absolutely amazing cigar, and we're having a great time. Thank you for joining us.
Do you know why they call it the Special 53?
You know I don't know.
1, because it's special,
Is it?
and 2, because it's a 53 ring gauge.
It's like it's meant to be.
It's very...
So I got a question for you.
Ask.
Is there any other cigar companies that do 53? And why 53?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm certain there have been 53 ring gauge cigars, yes.
Right.
Technically, I think if you probably measured some 52s or 54s, it would probably realistically be 53 in some
Blasphemy.
cases. But I'm sure they have. I'm positive they probably picked a 53 ring gauge to be unique. I'm not certain. I can research this
That'd be great.
to see if there was a classic Perfecto size that simply was better in a 53 and just traditionally it was made in a 53. I'm not certain of that.
Yeah.
It's like some of those odd numbers, like a 3 and like the true Churchill size cigar they said used to be a 7x47.
Yeah.
So you don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen some 55 ring gauge cigars.
Yeah.
There's a cigar on the market, and it's escaping my memory right now. It's a box press that's a 55 ring gauge. Perhaps it's a CAO cigar right now. I'm not sure. There's a 55 ring gauge cigar. Dennis, is that the femur you're talking about? Dennis is saying he has a 133.5 ring gauge cigar.
A screenshotter didn't happen, man.
There is a giant cigar that's that size that was called. It was manufactured by Skip Martin, Mike Rosales, and the guys at Roma Craft.
Wow.
And they called it the Femur.
Yeah.
And I have watched guys, and so if ever my friends in Lake Charles, Louisiana, from Cigar Club are watching, I'm gonna check it out in just a second. I'm gonna give you some little credit here. I walked in the store, and these guys are lunatic nuts, hilarious. Great place to buy a cigar in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Yeah.
They also have a location in Beaumont, Texas, across the state line. Great retailers, even better people. Stephen, Chad, and the guys, they love high strength Corojo cigars. But these lunatics, when I walked in one day, were smoking this Femur, and the thing is literally this big around.
Good.
And
Googly
they
moogly.
were doing a puff pass, which no one should do, by the way, during COVID. So just know we do not condone the puff pass
Good
in
Lord.
these unprecedented times.
A cigar that big, you can just like jam a
Well,
tube in it.
They
and everybody
basically
smoke
had
out
cut
of it.
several holes into it, obviously.
Holy mackerel!
And they would hold it with both hands and take huge puff off of it and pass it back and forth. And these guys, I think, were at the time 4 hours into it, and they weren't halfway done. It was just like, good God in heaven, how are you not all passed out?
I know.
Dennis has sent me a picture.
Yeah, I got to see this. The FEMA. It's not a tumor.
Oh my word! This is not the Femur.
You should feature your contribution background. We would like to do that, Dennis. So by all means, send us something.
We can do that.
Viewer contributed background.
That's a
photos.
large cigar.
Holy macaron.
Dennis, what is the cigar that you're holding in that picture?
That's insane. You see that?
It'd be about 2 inches in diameter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Just
in,
shy of 2 inches.
it's in 60, no, just over. It measured in 64ths of an inch.
It was with
The ring
special
inch is just
effects.
over, yeah. That's incredible. I would think so. That's
That's what she said.
So yeah, speaking of, John, I'm glad you brought that up. If anyone's the Femur shot in panoramic mode, yes, it is. That's hilarious. If any of you have ever been wondering what that number means, I know that you all know that the ring gauge is relating to, of course, the size or the thickness of the cigar, but the reason it's a 53 ring gauge that we're smoking
Right.
is because it's 53 64ths of an inch. So your ring gauge, whatever it may be, they measure in 64ths of an inch. And so there you go. Some of you may have ever wondered that. That's not, you'd think that everybody knows that, but I think probably about half of cigar smokers could literally tell you why they measure them that way. So if you've ever wondered, now you've learned a little something. We pulled the curtain back on that one. Now you're behind the curtain with us, and you're aware of it. So there you go.
I just had an idea.
What's your idea?
We should do behind the curtain stuff just like that. I could have a graphic that goes whoosh.
We'll work on that next week.
Yeah,
I like
that'll
that
be
idea
cool.
too. Well, we're going to have just a few minutes with you. Won't completely finish the cigar. I'm going to definitely finish it off screen after we leave Vulcan Park here and get back to our studio. on
Yeah, I
Highway
think the police
280.
are locking it up now.
They
because
are
it's-
starting to lock it up, so we're going to have to leave in a moment.
Yeah.
But please, this week, try one of these cigars. Give us a call at 205-991-3270, as you see on the screen. Before we run out, please take advantage of this. Take advantage of us, as we said earlier, and grab one or two of these cigars before
Absolutely.
they're gone. I would suggest getting a couple, so that way you can smoke one and then stash one away for a later rainy day, because this is a limited production cigar, limited edition cigar rather. So we're not going to be getting any more after Davidoff runs out. So
I'm a three person when it comes to that.
That's
I
it.
do one to smoke, the second one to really enjoy it, and the third to stash.
I like that.
Yeah.
So got bright red shoes on too for the broadcast.
You do?
How about that? I matched. Just wanted to show those off real quick before we go off air.
Yeah.
It's been
And
a nice
socks.
time. I do have some nice red, white, and blue socks. I'm a sock guy. I like colorful socks.
I'm very impressed at how well you match, by the way.
Thank you. It was on accident.
You give the guy credit, and what does he do?
You're deep gray and deep grayish. So.
That's right. You're color matched. I respect that. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
We'll discuss and celebrate hereafter. Please wish Devin a happy birthday if you see him this week. When's the next time you work? At
Trustville,
Monday
from 5 to 8. I'd love to see you.
Buy him a cigar. If you see Devin between now and then, buy him a cigar or 3. He said he would like to have 3 of these, one to smoke now, one to truly enjoy, and one to stash away.
That's right.
So let's at least try to get him 3 of these, okay, throughout the week. But happy birthday, my friend.
I appreciate that.
That 35 is great. It's right in between. My brother turned 35 yesterday, so it's a great age.
Yeah.
He's also never beaten me at basketball. I reminded him of that yesterday. That was my happy birthday message to him.
Nice.
That's the kind of relationship we have.
Yeah.
Constant competition. It's okay. He's done better with life in general. So he's ahead of the game. I promise. Not on the hardwood, but anywhere else, literally anywhere else, he's absolutely beating me. But I'm very proud of him. He's a good kid, and he'll always be a kid to me. I love him. But he and my wonderful sister-in-law produced 3 wonderful children too, and I love them dearly. Ready for COVID to be over because Shay is a nurse, and Shay is still a little bit particular about when and how people come over to the house. And she said, "Oh, you see too many people throughout the day," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't see anybody. I work in a cubicle all by myself. Let me come see the kids."
Yeah.
She knows I'm full of it. So happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us as we explore new technology, strange new worlds.
Strange new worlds.
I was going Star Trek with that, but you went
Disney.
Disney. What was a whole new world? That was Aladdin, right?
It was Aladdin, yeah, because you keep saying magic carpet.
And that's why it's in your head subliminally. I love it. Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to let you guys go enjoy the rest of your evening as we're going to do so ourselves.
Excellent.
Get you a Davidoff Special 53. Call that number or come into one of our locations. Check it out this week. If you see Devin, get him a birthday cigar 3. Wish him a happy birthday. Have a drink with him. Bring him maybe a bottle of scotch.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice thing. I'm stumping for you, man. I'm trying real hard.
I appreciate that.
But thank you guys for joining us. Next week, we'll have more tricks up our sleeve as we continue to evolve in this broadcast. And we will have a guest next week as well. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great night, guys.
And remember, to smoke is human, but to smoke a cigar, well, that's just divine.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy your weeks. You didn't turn it off.
My mouse died.
Bonus coverage.
I shall not take it.